So we're keeping satire in mind, and I guess those would be the angles. Let's put it out there. Well, see, the problem going back is what you want to do is I did Jocko most recently, and before that we had some Tucker stuff out there with American City in Crisis, and before that I think I was doing shit. I can't tell. I can't tell from here. But they go back. But you actually want to do the fourth step first inside of something like this to get all the bits and bytes down to hit the reset button in Ben Eater, because we could use Ben Eater, and I could put that in arbitrarily at any point in time for what I GPT-3 can handle up here for neural net inside of the physics of their heart rate monitor, facial reactions, anything else that's gonna mirror force kind of this main subject matter inside of this overall pump G UV, which when you're getting into, well, this is a beta alpha particle kind of a thing. It's the base system of, it is set reset zero because the observation was that I need to recreate the environment or improve it or some kind of system, and that would be in this phase here because that's what I did, but I put it in a different column or a different row. And that space-time correlates to things on graph if it comes up in a number. So inverse square law from Tucker is when I wanted to get in there. I talk about it so much that somebody's momentum or potential inside of those metrics would say, even though I might bring up another topic, you're covering the working joules of, oh, that's the inverse square rule of that. Yeah, and I'm doing some radiant squared x squared plus y squared equals some system down here. Now the trick again is, there's different. I get this to do the murder button, let alone think through itself of Ben Eater actually having to use an Arduino to see the physical IH to get the blinkety lights on just the 555 chip to do the switch, and work on jumping or jumping. It's jumping or stepping, or it has. When I hit the button, I still might get an extra bit of code in here, but I know that's where the code problem comes in. I hit the button, there's a lag or delay. That can be enough to kick you off, or you still might be able to figure it out like Bill Gates back in the day with silicone chips and NP orders. This thing got some jar.
Last video, we derived the Schwarzschild metric for the curved space-time around an uncharged, non-rotating...
So, another note, a non-rotating black hole that I'm going to bring in right here, because we zeroed it out, is Andrew. All right, here, because you'll hear me talk about him in string theory, and every once in a while he'll bring up in the equation of the readout of, okay, this thing's about to turn into a different version of pages, or how GPT-3 has different common core models of that, and that's what they would be because your sector is mathematics or something.
Spherical mass. In this video, we're going to interpret what this metric means. We're going to look at the physical meaning of the r and t coordinates, how we get gravitational time dilation for observers at different distances from the mass, and give physical meaning to the Schwarzschild radius Rs as the event horizon, a surface beyond which light can never escape. An important idea in this video is that the coordinates we put on space-time
eschatology and esoterics is the decay rate on that actually happened like this. There was high points, low points. They didn't just independently do.
We should
I've seen a good one. We click on it there.
G to properly make measurements of time
and
and space. Let's
When
start by
you
talking
get to the
about
point when you're ready to throw something like that down, this is going to be a big problem. And that metrics is something important, useful, and interesting to remember, even if you're a military personnel.
I'm only going to cover radial
The
motion
same ground.
mass. So motion that goes directly toward or away from the mass along the r coordinate.
Or some
This means
8-year-old,
I'm going
but
to
for
ignore
you it's going to
the
be way
theta and
different.
phi angle coordinates,
You're
and I can treat
moving in
space-time
this way.
as
You don't get free
two-dimensional,
thinking yet
with
because you
only
don't have
a
enough
time
of the standard
coordinate
model, and we have
CT
tests
and a
for it.
radial coordinate r. So I'm